There we go. All right, Shawn and Michelle Poe, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Super excited coming back from Lansing, Michigan, where I taught Life Advantage Academy out there. Wonderful opportunity to meet a whole group of new people. I just love this new format of the old premier schools, which is now Life Advantage Academy, where we have that consistent monthly training on the months that we don't have the corporate events on the national scale, whether it's Elite Academy or convention. Going with this Life Advantage Academy, the thing that I really like about it is they give us a lot wider range of training topics. So, you know, for the first 3 or 4 years that Michelle and I were in Life Advantage, we loved the premier schools. However, it was the exact same content month to month to month. And so this is allowing the presenters more of an opportunity to dive into 3-4 specific topics at greater length and just get more into the meat and the substance of delivering people some high quality training and letting each presenter, you know, kind of pick and choose from the different topics, the different pillars that are out there. So love that. Safely home now. Michelle is actually on the road. She is driving back from Minneapolis, where my daughter Elise had her first out-of-state dance competition. And quick shout out to her because her team took home the grand prize. They won the team competition, beat out all the other groups. So super excited for her. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend live, but you know, part of this is the commitment that we've all made to building this business and helping other people achieve success. And it was something that I had committed to, and wasn't going to say no, that I couldn't do it anymore. Because life happens, life comes up. There's always going to be different things that we might have to put on hold or sacrifice to get where we want to get. So love that. We are already well into January. We're wrapping more up into the end of the month than we are the beginning of the month. Just a reminder, you guys, this year is going to fly by. 2017 is going to come and go before we know it. Do not put aside what you want to get accomplished. If you keep delaying, we're going to be 1/12 of the year already gone. So my challenge to you is figure out what you want to accomplish in 2017 if you haven't, and start making it happen. Start making it happen. Do a little bit every day, and it's going to add up to be a lot. So I don't want to take a ton of time. We have an awesome guest presenter on tonight. Michelle and I, we've known Maria Williams from the very beginning. She was at the very first meeting that we went to. She's part of the reason we're in this business. We've not only had her as a mentor for Michelle and I, having no network marketing experience, no knowledge of nutraceuticals, but she's become a lifelong friend. Her and her family are amazing people. Her boys, it's just unbelievable what they've accomplished already at such a young age, and she's got to be absolutely proud of her family. But without any more, I want to turn over the time to our Brazilian bombshell Pro 9, Maria Williams, out of Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm going to turn it over to you and mute myself, Maria.
Thank you. And I should be able to share the screen and share my slides? I hope so. So, well, welcome everyone tonight. Excited to have you all on board. I had done a training on back to the basics, how to get started for new distributors. And then Michelle and Shawn asked me to kind of repeat that same training that I did. So if anybody was on my training last Thursday, you're going to kind of hear it again. But I think, you know, and yesterday, Seth Mulder said something and it made so much sense. He says, at the beginning, we only knew a little bit and we ran like ignorance on fire. And now there's so much info, so much data. Actually, when we started, we did not even know that Protandim was a nerve-2 activator. That came later. So now we have so much science, and I think we just make it so over the top, and we want to inundate people with all this information. And I think we need to go back to the basics and keep this really simple, the way we used to do it when we first got started. So I hope I can share my screen here. And I will share my slides with you. All right, perfect. Hopefully you can see that, right, Shawn?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We see it.
Okay, perfect. So this is a quick 30-minute, not in depth, but the only thing I'm really going to go in depth is really about the invite, because that is the key to this business, is to facing your fears of inviting people, and just keep doing it and practicing and getting better at it. So the first thing, when you get started is, you get this blueprint. You have to open it and read it. I like to put that there because I've gone to new distributors' homes to do training, and the blueprint was still all in the package. When I got my box with all the stuff, I started taking all of the products and I started reading that blueprint. Because that's how we got started, is it's still in the blueprint. And there's an audio, there's three CDs that you can listen that complement, that go with the blueprint. It's called The Proven Plan, and which is just a little bit more in depth. And I actually like the GoPro book, either the book or get the audio CDs, where it also follows our exact blueprint. It really, really does. So open it and read it. So everything I'm going to talk about, there are examples in your blueprint. You can look through the blueprint, everything I'm going to talk about. So when you first get started, the first thing you need is you got to know, why do you want this business? Where are you going, right? Because you start, you're on a journey here. Where do you want this journey to take you? And you have to write this down. You've got to take the time and be specific in dates, and how many months this year, what do you want to accomplish? You have to be specific. When you're going to hit per one, what's your goal for this month, right? Who has, you should all have written down what level you intend to hit this month. You have to start this business with intention. So what do you want out of it? You want to have the short-term goals, and you want to have long-term goals. I always tell people this is a 3 to 5 year plan. So what's your 5-year goals? What would you like to have accomplished? I will tell you that when I first got started and I wrote down all my goals that I wanted, I have accomplished 98% of what I wrote down 6.5 years ago has already happened. It's incredible what can happen when you just start to write them down. And so take the time and write down your goals and look at them frequently. Even I don't care if you look at them every day. Look at what's the monthly goal, what's the short-term goal, what's this year's goal, and then what's the 5-year plan? Where do you want to be in 5 years? It's important to really know and understand that. My long-term goal has always been to create this financial freedom for our family and for my children. And, I have one boy in college and the other one is about to go next year. And he, luckily, fortunately, he's going to Stanford, and, Stanford is needs-based. So we don't qualify for anything. So mom and dad are going to pay for it all. But that is why we built this business, was to be able to give our children, the education they wanted, if they wanted an education, and where they wanted to go depending on their skill set. So he's going to the college of his dreams, and it's because of LifeVantage. So, and that was one of my whys that I put down when I started this. I wanted to be able to pay for boarding school if they chose to go to boarding school, and to pay for college and not have to worry about it. I see so many parents worrying about it. So write down your whys. What do you want? Write tons of stuff. Put it all down and create a dream board. Dream boards are visual, and it's important to see what you want out of this and continually look at it. The next step here is database. So you gotta get a list of names together. The bigger the list, the better. Because if you only have 10 names and you talk to 10 people and they say no, not interested, you're kind of done mentally. So right from the get-go, have a database and continue to add names onto that database. If you open up the blueprint, there's a memory jogger. So if you're doing this business with your spouse, then, play the game. Have them read out some of the things to jog your memory and just write people's name down. If you're not doing it with your spouse, you can do it with your kids. This is a great way to engage your kids. Have them read something and you write it down and play the game with them. Like, who do you know here? Who do you know there? you never know, make your kids part of this business. Or just find someone else, whoever sponsored you, someone else, another team member to do this database with and it's a living document. You are continually adding to your database. Don't stop adding. Go out every day, meet people, get their name, their contact. An easy way to connect with people these days are you on Facebook? Are you on social media? Where are you on? Let me follow you. People love that. And then that's an easy way to get their contact info. And continue to build that database. Continue to build it, because you don't know if it's going to be the first 100 people that you're going to find your runners, the first 200, the first 300, the first 500, or the first 1,000. Like Bill Gates. Bill Gates talked to 1,000 people he asked to invest in his company before he found the first person that invested. And that company today is multi-billion-dollar company. So you know what? If he talked to 1,000 people to fulfill his dream, why can't you? We don't know where it's going to be. So continue to build that database. And then the invite, which I'm going to talk about, and then I'll come back to this slide. So I want to get to the invite because I really think it's really key that you have to, at the beginning, be not so good at inviting, and then with practice you get better, and then you get amazingly wonderful at inviting, and it just kind of slips off your tongue as you meet people. So be patient with yourself, but there's 4 little magic words that you can use that will always work nicely, and it's if I, would you. If I were to share something with you, would you take a look at it? If I knew I had something that could change your life and our lives together, would you look at it? If I knew something that could help your health, would you look at it? That's so simple to use. If I, would you, because when you ask that, you're asking them, you're making a contract with them. It's the best way I can say it. You're asking them, and you're asking someone to think about it and make a commitment with you. So it's not 100% bulletproof, but the percentages are really high that if someone says, yes, I will, they're committing to you, right? And then you're going to ask for a couple more commitments. But the key to this is use that if I, would you. So it's a 3-part way to invite someone that I'm going to talk about. You compliment the person, if I, would you, and then you get a commitment from them. And here's kind of what it looks like. These are the do's and don'ts that I'll quickly go through. Don't say too much. Don't text or email. Don't assume anything. Do keep it simple. Be in a hurry, so that way you can invite them and get to what you need to get to, and not get into where you're telling the whole story. Do ask questions, do build a relationship, and know your audience is probably the most important thing. So when I created my database list, I would put someone's name, and if there was a specific reason why I thought about them, I would put it beside their name. For example, someone had health issues. Easiest, you can even make a column and a list of people with health issues. And I put, I know my mom and dad are diabetics, so I put them on the list, diabetics. My sister has this, put it on the list. So I just kept going of people that I knew that had health issues. And then you can create a list of people that are business-minded, go-getters, entrepreneurial, just have a great personality, someone you'd like to work with. And just put those things beside, start building. What do you like about them? What do you admire about them? What stands out about them? And just put that down with their name. Great, Jean, great personality. Kathy, nutritionist. Anything that you can think about that person, because you're going to use that in the invite. So here are a couple of sincere compliments that you can use with someone for your warm market. I can say, hey, Kathy, you've been very successful, and I've always respected the way that you've conducted business. Or you've always been supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much. You can say that to friends or family. You have an amazing mind for business and can see what other people don't. For as long as I've known you, I thought you were the best at what you do. So just think of, what are you going to compliment the person on? And like we said, it has to be sincere. If you don't have a compliment, you don't know them well enough, or you don't have anything that you can be sincere about, then don't give them a compliment. And it's not, oh, your hair looks nice today. It's not about that. It's related to this business. What can you compliment someone on? Then you're going to use the if, I, would, you. Hold on a second. Oh, let me do this. All right, there you go. Better. So the power of if I were you, it gets their permission. It's low pressure. A lot of people, they don't want to put pressure on someone. Well, then great. This is a great tool, a great sentence to use that doesn't put pressure on anyone. It's reciprocal. So you are saying that you will do something if they will do something. It puts you in the power of place. You're in control because you're not begging. You're not asking for a favor. It's a simple exchange of, if I have something for you, will you look at it? And it implies that you have something to offer them. And that's what this is about. We do have something to offer people. We have a solution to either a health issue, a health problem, or a wealth, a financial problem, whichever way you're going to address the invite to the particular person that you're inviting. So always think of that. We do have a solution for people. It may not be for them at this right moment. That's okay, but you're planting seeds. We are farmers. We're planting lots and lots of seeds and watering them and hoping that at some point they will sprout, and that starts to build and create your team. So here's examples of an invite. If I knew of a way that you could help you retire early, would you want me to share it with you? Now, who would you might want to use that with? Someone that's talked about retiring or getting close to retiring, mentioned it to you. Anybody that's mentioned anything about retiring, you could use that one. The second one, if I knew of an incredible business opportunity, would you want me to share it with you? So if you're talking to business-minded people, right, you can say, hey, you've always been successful in business. If I knew of an incredible business opportunity, would you want me to share it with you? Now, we do have an incredible business opportunity. We have a medical breakthrough, nerve to activation, and no one knows about it. So get yourself all pumped up and excited about it when you use that invite, because it's your confidence. So if you say, well, if I knew of an incredible business opportunity, would you want me to share it with you, Kathy? But that's not going to get someone too excited, right? But if I were to say, hey, if I knew of an incredible business opportunity, would you want me to share it with you? So it's your conviction that you have that that this is a huge business opportunity. The third one, if I knew about something that could help you and your family live a healthier, happier life, would you want to know more? So, or just simply, if I knew about something that could help your health, would you want to know more about it? So if you're talking to someone and they talk about a health issue, just simply say, if I knew of something that could help you with that, situation, would you want to hear about it? And whatever conversation you're having with people, just listen. And if they say something that triggers you that, wow, I can mention LifeVantage to them, then just say, hey, based on what you just said, if I had something that could solve that, would you want to look at it? So based on what you just said, if I had something that could solve what you just talked about, would you want to look at it? And that could be health or wealth. That could just encompass it all. The last one, if I knew of a part-time job that could replace your full-time income in 12 to 18 months, would you want to learn more about it? So make up a few. Just after this call is done, this webinar, just practice that and write some of your own. And it has to be you. Part of inviting people, it has to be your personality. Like honestly, reading some of these, they may not flow right because they're not all my personality, but I have to put different ones in there. Like I wouldn't say to someone, if I knew about something that could help you and your family live a healthier life, would you want to know more? That's just not me. But I would say, if I knew something that could help your health, or if I knew something that could help, your struggles with diabetes, would you look at it? So I could say something more like that. So make it your own. Whatever you use in the different scenarios, just fit it into your personality. Oh, here's a couple of other ones to take action. If I gave you a video, would you watch it? If I gave you a DVD, would you watch it? If I invited you to a special invitation-only webinar, would you attend? So if you said to someone, if I had something that could help you with your health, would you be interested? Yes, I would. So if I gave you an ABC investigative report to watch, if I gave you the ABC investigative report, would you watch it? And just listen. Let them say yes. Yes, I would. Great. Let me have your email address, your phone number, and I'll send it to you tonight. When can you watch it? So another easy way. Here's if I would you for follow-ups. If I gave you a CD, would you listen to it? If I gave you a magazine, would you read it? If I gave you peer-reviewed studies, would you read them? If I could get a few minutes with my mentor, would you be open to having a conversation? So there's lots of different ways that you could use this if I would you. And then it's get the commitment. You know, you want to get a yes. Yes, I'll watch it. When will you watch it? Today's Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. Okay, I can watch it on Monday. All right, so what time on Monday? 8 p.m. Great, 8 p.m. I'll send it to you. Let me get you contact info so I can send it to you. So you're trying to get yeses because it's a psychological thing, but when you get yeses, you're getting confirmations from people. The more yeses you get, the more likely they are to watch it, to answer you when you call, to call you back, whatever you set up with them. The more likely that it is that they're going to have a positive behavior with the yeses that they give you. So ask the question and wait. You know, let them consider it and let them answer the question. Don't rush into it if you're not getting the answer. You know, if they're thinking about, oh, what day can I watch it? The silence is good. Let the silence be there. So here's one put all together. You have given me some of the best service that I've ever received. So you might be saying this to someone that, you know, either comes to your house, does some sort of service, or that you go somewhere. You're a hairdresser. You know, giving me some of the best service that I've ever received. If I knew of a way that you could use your skills and that would allow you to make more money in 1 month than most people make in a year, would you want to know more? Yes. If I could get some time aside for you this week, would you be able to get together for coffee? Yes. Great. What morning would work best for you? And wait for an answer. So compliment, invite, and get a commitment. So if you say if you compliment them, you ask them, if I sent you some information, would you look at it? Then, okay, when can you look at this information? When can you set some time aside to look at the information? And then get that commitment from them. If you don't invite, you will not succeed. This business is all about inviting, and getting people to look at the information that we have. So we all need to face our fears of calling people, and you got to do it anyway, because in the long run, it is absolutely worth it. The business that we have been able to build with all of you, it started with making the phone calls. It started with inviting. A lot of you on this webinar know that between Carrie and I, we called 100 people to get one yes. And that one yes was Dr. Mark Gordon, and that turned into this whole entire team that we have today. And we are so blessed to have everyone on this. And we know that we are still at the beginning of this. There's plenty of opportunity. You know, did you know to be a Pro 7, all you need on a $40 point product, all you need is 2,500 people. And we have 300 million Americans. To be a Pro 10, all you need is 25,000 people. And if people are on an auto ship, then all you need is 500 distributors on a $200 auto ship. Only 500 distributors to be a Pro 7. So don't worry about the big numbers. Focus on, if I only need 500 people that are on a $200 auto ship, whether that's customers offsetting it. So 500 distributors will get you to Pro 7. 5,000 distributors, hope I got this right, 5,000 distributors will get you to a Pro 10. So it is absolutely doable. You can do this because we have 300 million Americans, and in Canada, I don't know, 23 million in Canada. I know there's some Canadians on here. So the opportunity is huge, huge, huge because nobody knows about this yet. I want to go back because I just want to touch upon briefly the other things that I was. So once you invite, your goal is to get them to watch the ABC investigative report. That is what your goal is. It's not, that don't be attached to the outcome. Don't think any further than my goal is to get people to watch the ABC investigative report, then ask them what do they like about it. And if I can't tell the story enough, then you connect them with someone that can tell the story. You are looking for someone that watches that ABC primetime and gets excited. Ask questions. If you show that ABC primetime to someone and there's no excitement, no questions asked, honestly, I don't think it's for them, because you can ask Carrie, you can ask Shawn and Michelle, and think of yourself and all of the leaders. When they saw that ABC primetime, they had questions. They were intrigued. We didn't know if they were going to be a distributor or a customer, but that's where you have a conversation and you tell them the story, tell them your story, tell them the story of the company, the story of the product, what it can do, and the business story. By telling those stories is where you're figuring out what's their level of interest. Is it the product or is it the business side? And then it's a matter of following up with them, because most people want to take a little bit of time to go and look at this, because now they are intrigued, but they want to make sure it's real. So I always tell people what you need to learn what it is you need to go understand what oxidative stress is, because oxidative stress is linked to most diseases that are out there. And when you understand what that is, and that we have the only product in the world that can reduce that by 40%, that is because of this NRF2 NRF2 activation. That is when they'll see the business opportunity and the business side to this. So they're going to follow up. So they're going to do some kind of research. So make sure you point them in the direction where they need to go look. It's go look at oxidative stress. Go look it up with every disease you can think of, because we have the solution to that. Because when you can get people to start thinking of, here's the problem, they've got a solution, nobody else has it, there's a huge opportunity here. And then it's resolving concerns and closing. Resolving concerns and closing comes almost at the same time, because as you're resolving their concerns, you're going to ask them at some point, are they ready to get started? Do you have any more questions? No, you don't. No, I don't. Well, then are you ready to get started? And the resolving concerns, I'm just going to talk about the top 3 that I hear all the time is, I don't have money. So what are you going to do about that? What's your plan to be able to afford, whether it's affording the product or not have money for the business? So what is your plan to change that? What's your 5-year plan? I bet if you ask every single person what their 5-year plan is, they don't have one. But you can say, I have a 5-year plan, and show them the income disclosure. I mean, how much money would change your life? Circle it on this income disclosure. How much money would change your life? The other thing people say a lot is, I'm not a salesperson. That's what I said to my husband when I started this. I got excited, and then I realized I'm not a salesperson. But my husband was very quickly to point out to me that when I like something, I tell everybody about it. If I like a movie, everybody hears about it. If I like a restaurant, everybody hears about it. So he said, you love this, you love this product, what it's doing for our bodies. You're going to tell everybody about it. You are a salesman. Everybody's a salesman, because when we like things, we share things. And then the other one is, I don't have time. So the same thing, what are you going to do to get your time back? What's your plan to get your time back? And then you can tell people, well, you can build this into the nooks and crannies of your life. You can start small. Because when people start small and they have success and they realize that they really want this, their belief starts to change, they find the time to put into this. They will eliminate busy, silly stuff that we do that we can pour time into making some calls. And I'll tell people, can you make one call a day, one call a night? You have 15 minutes a night that you could sit down and call one person and say, hey, I've got something you've got to look at. Or you can call them during the day to set up an appointment at night to just call them. Hey, you free tonight around 8 o'clock? I got to talk to you. Can you get in front of your computer? And then just send them the ABC to watch. And then ask them, what did you like about it? And see what they say and go from there. We got to keep this simple. When I started, you know what I used to say to people? Oh my God, I'm wicked excited about something. I want you to take a look at this. Can you watch this ABC investigative report right now? And I would just have them watch it. And I would stay right on the line while they were watching, as many as I could, and then say, what did you like about that? And see what they say. If they don't like anything about it, then it's not for them. But if they're like, wow, that seems real interesting. Are you taking this? Why are you so excited about it? Well, because it's a medical breakthrough, nobody knows about it, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Does any of that resonate with you? And you're looking for a yes or a no. Yes, maybe just the product. I don't know about this business. Let me find out more about it. So thank you for your time tonight. I have to go back to my football game that's on. Go Patriots. Shawn, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Or if you want to open it up for questions, I can take questions. So whatever you want to do, Shawn.
All right. Let me, do you want to, let's see, can we exit the full screen?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No worries. Awesome stuff. Yeah, if we want to take maybe 2 or 3 questions, I'll let you guys unmute, or if you want to type into the chat, I can unmute you, and then we'll let her go watch her Patriots destroy the Steelers.
Yes. Anybody got Super Bowl tickets for me? Anybody got connections?
I would check with IKEA if I was you.
I know.
I have a question just regarding, there's people that just haven't watched it yet, and you keep touching base. Oh, have you watched it yet? No, I haven't watched it yet. And, they seem to take forever and ever. Like, is there any way to, or do you just keep calling them back? I know that's what Danny did with me. It took me about a month to watch it, but.
You can try to get together with them. So if they're local, you can try to get together with them. And just, I always like to kid around when I tell people, Carrie Williams trapped me in my own home. I couldn't get out. I had to watch the ABC, right? She came over to come in the pool and she said, hey, I want you to watch this. Well, look at what that turned into today. Honestly, that's what she did. She came to my house and said, hey, I want you to watch this. So go to them. If they can't come to you, go to them. They just don't know how important this is.
Yeah.
And the other thing is call them and set up a time to talk to them, but don't tell them that it's about watching it. And then when you get them on the phone, say, can you go over to your computer? I just sent you an email and I need you to open that. And when they open it, just stay on the phone and just hear it and watch it with them. Say, just watch this. It's super important that I get your opinion.
Okay.
A good thing is to ask people for their opinion. People love to give their opinions. So I wish I had done more of that in the beginning, because I would have gotten more people to watch it. I mean, don't you think, Shawn, if, I had called you and said, Shawn, you're a great business guy. You've got a super business. You're great with numbers. I've got something that I need your opinion on. I just need you to watch something for me and give me your opinion, because if I get involved in this, I want your opinion.
Yeah, it's a very soft approach, asking people for help and their opinion.
Awesome, thank you.
The person you've been trying to chase down, call them and say, hey, I need your opinion on something. Don't tell them it's the video that you've been asking them to watch. They probably won't even realize it.
Yeah.
Say it's a new one.
Okay.
All right, one more. Who else has something? I just checked the score, so she doesn't have to go back very soon.
Are we good? Am I still winning? All right.
Nothing was very close today. All right, last call, you guys.
I can't hear you, Marisa. Nope, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? I had it plug in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, just for my team in general, new people coming on, people with experience that have been with me for a couple years and more, and just all of us, the importance of third-party validation. So when you are following up and, the resolving concerns can help, people can get a little nervous about that. So it seems like the three-way calls just don't happen enough. And can you talk a little bit about that, the importance of it, and that it doesn't mean it has to be a whole presentation?
Right. Actually, I'm going to talk about that on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, so 8 Central and 9 Eastern, because someone had asked me about that today, and I said, sure, I'll do a training on that. I will send that to, actually, Marisa, you have it, right? You can send it to Shawn and Michelle, and they can post it on One Person Big Difference. And we'll talk about that in a lot of details. That's a fully loaded question. It's not a one-word answer. There are many different scenarios from what a third-party validation. Someone can validate just getting on a call, getting on a Zoom webinar and listening to this, or getting someone live to talk to you and explain a piece of it. And it depends if you're a new person or if you've been around for a while. If you're new and you don't know anything, it's the easiest thing. You don't know anything, and just expose people to this and get people, say, I'm going to get, my friend that told me about this, she knows a lot more. You can say it up front when you're calling people about it. So then you're already setting them up that you may not know everything, that you may get someone on. So, and it can be for people that are more experienced, like you can be really telling the story, the whole story, but you're connecting people with other people depending on their concerns. So if you were to talk to someone that says, well, I'm not a salesperson, say, I know how you feel. I want you to talk to my friend Maria. She said the same exact thing. And today she has a multi-million-dollar business. So there's a lot to a third-party validation, and I hope that I'm going to tackle a lot of the different ways and scenarios on Tuesday. So, because it really will take a long time to answer that question.
Well, hopefully you can record it, because I'm doing a meeting with Dr. Karen Lawley that night. So I know.
I will try to remember to record it.
Okay. Put a little sticky on your computer.
Record it, yes.
Thank you, Maria.
All righty.
Let me see. There was, I just want to check the chat real quick and make sure we got lots of awesomes and thank yous and loves yous. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Please take the call. How are we able to get on the call on Tuesday? So can you just say that again, and I'll make sure that we post the info, and we'll send it up on WhatsApp too.
Yeah, I have my Zoom link. That's what it is.
Okay, perfect. So it'll be a Zoom webinar Tuesday night. We'll get the link out to you and the times as well, and then the replay out as soon as we can on that too. So, all right, get over to those dirty Patriots and see what they're up to, and their 2 weeks of
Super Bowl this year
to be in another Super Bowl. And gosh, I hate watching them win, but they are so good. They are so good.
They are.
Hopefully the Super Bowl will be a great game. Broncos are definitely not in it this year. I know that. But we super appreciate your time, your knowledge, your expertise, Maria. Always great to get another one of the leaders on these calls so we can hear. They get tired of me chatting to them. So we really appreciate your time and love you guys. Thanks for all that you do. And everybody else, let's have a strong month end. Let us know how we can help. We're all here. I miss the days sometimes where at the end of the month we used to be up till 11, 12, 1 in the morning getting people rank advanced. So if that's what you're looking to do in 2017, I think there's a lot of us that'd be willing to make sure that we're available to get you where you want to get. So all right,
a live Zoom. Wouldn't that be cool? A live Zoom, everybody rank advancing. Yes.
That'd be awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right, you guys have a great week, and we will talk soon. Take care.